And we're back to learning Photoshop in the year day 290. I'm going to give you an introduction to the mixer brush. You'll find it with the shortcut B, so it's the same toolbox as the brush. We're going to create an empty layer to paint on it. I'll just call it brush. And you can sample colors right here. Let us start with black. Then it looks like you just have a regular brush. Let me switch to a hard round. And now you can see something happening. And that could be described as simply fading out. So there's a little bit of gradient happening here at the end. Let me press Ctrl Z. Do it again. And here you can see it. And this depends on two factors. Number one is the spacing of the brush that you've chosen. In this case, the hard round has a totally different one than the soft round. Let's click on this folder for the brush, and here you can see the spacing. The lower you go, the earlier it's going to fade out. If I keep that 5%, you can see right here, it fades out around the third curve. I'll make that 10%. And now it fades out a little bit later. At around 20%, I can paint quite a lot. But at some point, even here, it's going to fade out. So whenever you have that your color is fading out quickly, just check the spacing of the specific brush that you've chosen, because they have inbuilt spacings. Here, for example, the soft round has 25% and the hard round 5%. And that is where the soft round doesn't fade out that quickly, compared at least to the hard round. The other factor that does that is the load. To show that, we simply leave out wetness and the mix. So just make wetness 0. And then mix should be blended out automatically, and we just focus on the load. It's currently set to 75%, and if you go up to 100%, it's going to get loaded with more color, you could say. If I go to 10%, it's going to fade out way quicker. You can see that here, even for the soft round, which has a spacing of 25%. So these are the two factors that you need to check first. Obviously, you also have to check the color swatch, which we've done. So these are the first things that I want to talk about in this introduction of the tool. When we want to sample a color, there's also something very important to mention. And that is that you can here choose a different sample size. And you can also pick right next to it what you want to sample. So all layers, for example, current layer, stuff like that. But I would advise you to just ignore that. It's way easier to just select the brush tool and have, for example, an image. And if you hold Alt, it's going to temporarily change the cursor icon right here. And you can select, as long as you're on that layer, you can select with the left click a color. And you can already see this looks a little bit different, because when we use the point sample, it's just going to use a single color. But if we sample with Alt from our image, it's going to select a specific area. And that area might actually include a couple of colors. Let me use a brush with a smaller spacing. And now you can see the main difference of this tool compared to the regular brush. Let me go to a hard round, spacing of 5, load of 100%. Left click drag, and now it kind of mixes all of these colors that we've sampled from the original image. And this is why it's called a mixed brush and not just a regular brush. Be careful though, you always want to select the layer that you're about to select or sample the color from. Otherwise, your color swatch is going to be empty. So I've created here an empty layer for the brush. And when I want to sample a color, I always have to switch back to the original. All my color sample up here for the brush will be empty. So these, I would say, are the first things to know about this tool. And we're going to dive into the details now in the next videos. I hope this one was already helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.